We're 1 week into the new Legend League season, and the Fireball is definitely just very strong. You can see, like, I had a perfect day over here just yesterday, and even before that, it was just like one time fail that I had. But I'm just gonna give you guys another tutorial now that I even have a max Fireball on this account. I'm still gonna be carrying 2 earthquake spells, and I'm gonna show you guys some very interesting things that you can do now that you have a high level Fireball. And of course, we're going to be taking the double hero charge into our Legend League attacks, and I'm just going to show you guys what it is that you can do. So yeah, just some advanced tricks this time, and I'm going to go through it slowly so that you guys can definitely make use of those in your own attacks. So let's just hop into them. We're going to start with a diamond style base over here, and I'm purposely going to choose this one because the fireball value is not very strong on this one. You'll probably notice like some hotspots for the fireball are probably like this area around the eagle artillery, and similarly because of the symmetry maybe around this area itself. Of course, you have another option where the fireball can be placed on the monolith to even go ahead and grab the clan castle for you. So yeah, we have a few options for the fireball over here, and this is a well spread base once again, to just try and identify like, okay, like what do we do next. So what I can tell you guys is the merge defenses, right? Since this army is all about your heroes, usually I try to go for merge defenses, and I guess in this case it would have also been fine for me to go for the monoliths, to go ahead and get the CC out of the way as well. But I thought of an interesting approach on this one. So we have a warden charge and we have a queen charge on this one, right? And I was just thinking like the town hall compartment itself is very simple for the queen charge. There's no monolith or single inferno behind the town hall area, so literally it's just free queen charge value. So even after she grabs the town hall, she can easily survive past this area and go ahead and grab some value for us out over there. So the first thing I told myself was this entire area is just going to be dedicated for my queen. Not much to think over there, and that's about that. What we need to find out next is where do we send our warden. So you're going to see over here that I'm actually going to go ahead and drop the warden to take out this entire compartment over here, and it's just very simple value. It's going to be a very easy pickup with the angry jelly especially. I just need to clear like 3 or 4 defenses over here, and yeah, just get a fireball on this multi-archer tower over here. So that's pretty much decided over there, right? So you can see this is exactly what I've decided to do. And you'll also notice that I've managed to sneak a flame finger on the opposite side of the base using the very greedy approach. Like, look at how I've placed my flame finger. It will go ahead and at least grab this multi-archer tower for me, and yeah, that royal champion is not going to be able to do anything about it. So you'll notice over here I have only used 1 earthquake, and also noticed one more interesting detail. If there's a lot of damage in the area that you're going to be fireballing, do keep your mind on just the fact that you need to probably protect your warden with 1 invis spell, because even after he pops his fireball, it will take probably like a second for your fireball to actually do the damage to the base, and that is just a lot of time for damage to easily come and just immediately kill your warden. So that's one small tip I guess I can give you guys that you should keep track of whenever you're doing this attack into a high damage area. So you can see over here the principle is more or less the same. I have created a hole in some area of the base, and now I'm going to expand upon it on this side with my queen, and you can already see what I'm doing over here. I'm going to join in with my king, and you'll see very soon I'm even going to join my royal champion very quickly. The reason I'm doing this is because I realized like, okay, this is a lot of trash to cut through. My warden will take some time, and I might as well just start the rest of my attack. Like, there's no reason for me to wait. It is literally just my heroes. So you're gonna see that I've literally just coupled both my king and my royal champion immediately into this area. I sadly didn't protect my king soon enough because I was focused on the queen charge that was happening on the left side of the base over here. So very quick and easy, just a warden snipe, enemy king snipe, and yeah, you can see like this is going to work out perfectly fine. Flame finger will also open up very soon. My my royal champion is safe, no need to worry. Warden and royal champion both are safe. Sure, king goes to phoenix, but at this point it is perfectly fine. That royal champion with those healers and the warden, they're gonna stay safe for a very long time. And as I was mentioning before, this area is just free for your queen. So even if things get compromised with my royal champion, I am fine with that. It is not going to be much of an issue for me at all. And you can see over here it's working out perfectly fine. You just need to identify that value at the start and make sure that your warden actually stays alive for a little bit of time. There's nothing much to it. It's a very, very, very simple attack. And you can even see, like, I managed to execute this in a phase-wise fashion where I can actually individually keep track of the warden and then the queen. So it's not like I'm trying to multitask like insanely crazily. I'm trying to do this one phase after another, so I don't have to worry too much about maybe my warden dying or my queen dying through her ability. Just something for you to keep track of, I guess. So that's our first base. It's a little interesting. You'll probably notice that in this specific attack, I recycled my warden and did not allow him to just simply go ahead and grab value on his own. I made sure to use his rage aura to make sure that my royal champion and my king can both get some value out of it still. So yeah, just an interesting way to use the warden after he's done his fireball. Now we can go into some examples where he still continues to work solo, and I will actually use my king and my royal champion and maybe like individual situations, not really coupled with the warden. So let's just go on to those. Alright, our next base is an Anti2 style setup, and it's actually slightly more difficult for us for this one. And that's because the fireball value once again is mostly packed in the core, and from both sides it is very well protected. From this side we have the clan castle itself protecting us, and from this side of course we'll have those merge defenses and enemy heroes to cut through. And even then it's going to be extremely time taking. That is the most important part, the amount of time that it's going to make us waste. So what can I do over here? For starters, just remember the fact that we have the angry jelly on our warden, so we can actually go ahead and grab quite a few defenses before he goes to normal targeting mode. Remember that at lower levels, like you can see I have a level 3 angry jelly, so if you guys have it higher leveled up, that's great for you. I'm just showing you guys what you can possibly do with this, and let's just walk through it together. So I think at level 3 or like any level below level 5, it is 25 seconds that he only targets defenses. So take full advantage of that, and you're going to see what I'm trying to do over here. I am going to actually focus the fireball on this scatter shot over here, because if I can get a fireball on that scatter shot, I can actually go ahead and knock the clan castle out of the commission as well, which is a huge pickup for me on a base like this. It will make my journey to get to the town hall significantly easier, and I'm also going to get the monolith out of it as well. And the best part about all of this is we are completely abusing the angry jelly on this one. So you're going to see I have just found a nice little safe pocket for the flame flinger to go ahead and just grab out these 3 defenses for my I don't need it to do much more than that, honestly. And you can see over here, like, my warden is also chipping away very, very nicely. So he's gotten rid of a lot of defenses. Now at this point I'm trying not to be too greedy. I'm just being a little patient. I'm going to wait for him to knock away a few more defenses before I consider using my invis spells to redirect the fireball. But luckily for me, he goes right to the core, so there's no need for me to really use the invis spells at this point. And yeah, he is going to go straight to that scatter shot over there. So I'm going to give him an invis spell. Remember, he can walk close to this clan castle sometimes, and he can easily pull out the damage that you're looking to get rid of. So you can see exactly what I've done over here. Sadly I could not knock the clan castle out. Maybe I miscalculated, but it's all fine. Like, we actually managed to deal a good amount of damage to the core over here, and I'm happy with that. Like, if we see the position we're in right now, you'll also probably notice how I dedicated my king to get rid of this entire area for me, and hopefully give my flame flinger a little bit more life to get rid of this area. It didn't entirely work out, but you know what, it's fine. So at this point now I just need to wait and see if my warden is going to continue walking over here or walking over here. And all you have to do after that is, if he decides to walk up, you already know, start the queen at the bottom, because this guy is never going to come back over here, and this is literally so free for your queen charge, especially with the frozen arrow. It's amazing value, and you can't really ask for anything more than that. So at this point, I am sure my warden is going to stay up, because he's too far from these defenses on the bottom of the base. So just go ahead, start your queen, just let both your warden and your queen keep getting value, and you're going to notice I have decided to independently let them operate. I'm not joining the warden's rage aura with any of my heroes in this attack. And look at that, the moment I saw he locked on to the town hall, I just gave him a rage spell before my royal champion decided to come in range of my warden's aura. So just hopefully make him speed up a little bit and go ahead and grab the town hall. And yeah, that's smooth sailing from there. The moment that town hall goes down, you're going to see this is just easily done. The queen is not going to die at all, provided that I give her the rages that she needs at the right time. Especially with that frozen arrow, right? It's just so broken. So what more could you possibly want? And just, yeah, as I was saying, like, look at this, it's just amazing value from the warden and the queen on this one. And I love this thing as well, where because I have a level 27 fireball, I can actually save my second quake if I'm not using it, to go ahead and just weaken up a lot of defenses in a very scary area for me. But not only that, it weakens up walls as well, and it's just a lifesaver against those time fails sometimes. So definitely very useful, because I don't really need any other support spells, and just using the earthquake that way is a time saver. I'm telling you guys, like, this one came very close on time. You guys can rewind this replay and just see how much time I had left. So just some tricks, I guess, that you guys can consider as well if you're taking the double hero charge into your legend attacks. It's a very fun army. I can't recommend it enough. And of course, I'm actually starting to get perfect days more consistently than usual, so definitely do give it a try. So yeah, we'll move on to two more replays for you guys. Let's do that. All right, we have our next base is a box base. Actually, I'm not very sure. I can't tell if this is like a box base or an anti-2 base, but it seems like some sort of mix between the two styles. And you're probably already wondering, hey, this is just a double rage base, why don't you go ahead and just drop a fireball maybe on like a builder hut or something over here and just get rid of the entire compartment? So I'm going to say that while that is a valid assumption to make, maybe there are different ways of handling the rage towers on this one, and I'm just going to show you guys exactly what I mean by that. So if I get rid of this archer tower over here and I just tank this mortar with a yeti, I can actually go and grab all of this value with just a flame finger, and that leaves my warden to either do the same thing on the right side of the base, or maybe go ahead and grab some other value which is a little bit more difficult on this base. So I thought, you know what, why not? This entire compartment is actually a little bit more difficult for a queen charge, because of this void compartment. So I actually cannot reach the town hall from over the wall over here. So if I had to use my warden to clear this entire area out, that would force me to use my queen for this area of the base. And I thought, instead of dealing with that difficulty, you know what, why not? I might as well use my warden, especially with his angry jelly, to quickly get rid of the defenses in this area. And then if I manage to get a fireball on the town hall itself, I will be able to remove this entire difficult to reach compartment, so as to say. It is located in a very toxic area, and especially when the entire army is dependent on just value from my own heroes, I want to make life as easy as possible for them. So you're going to see over here, just getting the fireball in this difficult compartment. I sure it's not a lot of defenses I'm going to be grabbing out, but just the fact that access to the compartment is what is going to make it life difficult for my heroes. Just because of that one fact, I have decided that this is much higher value, and I'm going to prove it to you guys in just a moment. Like, you're going to see how easy this attack becomes the moment that fireball launches on the town hall. I guess a much bigger benefit is also the fact that I will be getting the clan castle out from this fireball as well. So yeah, you're gonna see just that one very convenient fireball. Town hall is instantly gone, And looks like my warden is going to go towards the enemy royal champion over here. So yeah, just protect him a little bit, give him that rage spell that he needs, because eagle's shots are also going to be firing onto him, and let him just stick on the top of this base over here. No problem at all. He is completely fine. He is going to be able to sustain through all of that damage. We just give him one more freeze to protect against the raged up X-bow with the eagle raining down. And you can already see over here, this queen is just free to go ahead and grab this compartment. And my king, of course, you can see this is a very compact compartment over here. Just gonna send him in with his gauntlet. And this is literally just a completely free base. I don't need to pay attention to any of my heroes anymore. I can just throw them all in, and you guys can already see this base has just collapsed. There's nothing left. It's just the monolith at this point. And yeah, Flameflinger did a wonderful job. Warden with the fireball as well, wonderful job. And yeah, queen and king had to just go in, instantly grab the value that they required along the edges of the base, and it's over. The base is just gone. So if you are going to be taking the double hero charge version of the fireball attacks, then definitely keep an eye out for what is difficult for your heroes to reach, and try to focus your fireballs on those areas rather than always going for a lot of defensive value. It is very helpful, and it can very easily shape up attacks, more importantly, especially when it's literally only your heroes. But if you're going to be using some sort of like a smash style of attack, then maybe you can go for a bit of a safer approach with more defenses, and you can feel free to end on a town hall a bit more often. But yeah, that's just a little tip I guess I can give you guys, and we'll just move on to one last attack for you guys, and then we'll call this video a wrap. So this is going to be the last base of this video where I provide a tutorial, and just a small exercise I guess for you guys. Take the tips that I've provided so far and try to identify what the most ideal fireball value would be on this base. And just to help you guys out, I'm gonna give you guys maybe a few options over here, although it should be fairly obvious. One fireball option is obviously the town hall, where we can go ahead and grab this entire compartment out for ourselves, and another compartment is somehow getting a fireball in the core. It is going to probably take time. It is very difficult because there's a lot of defenses that we have to take care of before being able to get a fireball in the core. But yeah, it's just, I guess, a little tricky, and we need to understand if it is even possible. So try to understand if which of these two options is the better option for a fireball. And yeah, just take a moment. If you want, pause the video right now, but I'm just going to go ahead with the tutorial. So basically, as I was saying in the last attack, I was mentioning that you should probably focus your fireball on an area that is difficult for your heroes to access, because the entire attack, especially this one, is just your heroes. It is mostly your heroes. The barbarians are just there to provide a little bit of support. And you can already see over here, this compartment is much more difficult to access for my heroes, and leaving that for the end could spell a lot of trouble, especially with the number of walls that are there outside. So what can we do to get our fireball a little bit deeper in the core over here? And this is where we go into a little bit of multitasking, so as to say. And yeah, you're just gonna see I'm going to just do a normal warden charge for a while, and I'm just gonna hold on to this fireball for practically half of the entire attack while still getting other phases moving. So you're gonna see over here, I'm just gonna start the warden at the bottom, because that is the only place I can probably start, like somewhere along the bottom of this base, where I can start clearing out these defenses, so that the next closest defense, with the help of maybe some invis spells, will be this core over here that's waiting for me. So once again, we're just going to abuse the angry jelly for a little bit and just use small helper troops to ensure that we can really speed this up as much as we possibly can. So the warden has already done a fantastic job of clearing out a good amount of the bottom of this base. We've cleared the multi-inferno, I believe, and then I think from here he's going to be moving right. And you're going to see, like, I've also started adding a little bit of help towards the left of this base over here, just to ensure that he does indeed go for that eagle artillery as soon as we begin. So I also spotted this very neat area for the Flameflinger. It can go ahead and grab this value and then even go ahead and start working on this multi-archer tower for me. So the moment it strikes the multi-archer tower, that flame flinger is actually also going to open up that invis tower. It's going to go ahead and trigger it for me, and that's a humongous help already. So you're gonna see exactly what I'm trying to do over here. I am trying to use the Yeti to deliberately kill some defenses in the area, and as I was mentioning, the multitasking. My warden is relatively safe. I can zoom out exactly how I have zoomed out right now and keep an eye on both my queen as well as my warden, and it should not be too difficult. It's literally just not. I can't even call it. I can't even call it a queen charge. It's more like a queen walk. She's literally walking along the outside of the base over here, and she's literally just gonna go ahead and grab whatever defense are waiting on the periphery of the base for her. So that literally only leaves like this little pocket for me, and yeah, the flame flinger, very important job it's done. It has cleared all the defense on the top of the base over here. So by this point, you guys should know what this means. The moment this archer tower falls, maybe as a precaution I can use an invis spell over here, but the next closest defense for my warden will be the score over here. So I just have to sit back and watch exactly like I'm doing right now. Queen is very relatively safe, and as I was saying, just one more detail: the flame flinger managed to break this invis tower, like at least pop it open for me. And look at this, I've made sure to give my warden enough time to ensure that the fireball will be targeting that core, and most of it has just disappeared, and that's good enough for me. I am aware I haven't grabbed the entire core out, but really, what's even left at this point? Sadly, the warden starts following those Yeti mites and takes this very awkward path to the core over there, and he is just gonna stay stuck for a long time. I don't know if he survives this onslaught that he unfortunately fell into. Yeah, I will be losing him, but it's just easy cleanup for the rest of my heroes. Like, look at this. My royal champion easily came in and touched whatever last expo was left, along with this straggling multi inferno in the core. And then of course my own king and my queen charge are just going super strong. They will easily go ahead and grab the rest of this base out. It's not much of a trouble really at this point, and you guys can see it. Like, I still have my hero abilities only just now popping, and this base is just a done deal. um yeah, not really much else to comment over here. It kind of came close, but I think we're fine. Yeah, we should be fine over here. So all in all, not too bad at all. A very interesting army, this one, and I'm telling you guys, it has a lot of destructive potential. So do try it out, especially with these tutorials that I'm trying to give you guys so that you can try it out for yourself. It's very fun to say the least. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.